Hello everyone, welcome you all in my new video of GATE solution series 2021. So in this video I am going to solve the general aptitude problems. So first problem is a transparent square sheet shown above is folded along the dotted line. So this is our dotted line and we have to fold this square sheet along this dotted line and fold in this direction. So this line will appears like this, and this line sorry and this line will appears like this. So our option 4 will be correct. Next problem is the number of student passing or failing in an exam for a particular subject is presented in the bar chart above. So in above bar chart, this is year 1, this is for year 2, and this is for year 3, and the number of student pass is 50 and fail is 30 for year 1. For year 2, the number of student who pass the exam is 60 and who fail is 5, and for year 3 the number of student who pass the exam is 50 and who fail is 3. So student who pass the exam cannot appear for the exam again. Means 50 student, if he pass in year 1, they cannot appear in next year. So similarly, if the number of students who pass the exam in year 2 is 60, they will not appear again in year 2. Similarly, for year 3, number of student passes is 50 and they will not appear again in year 4. Student who fail the exam in the first attempt must appear for the exam in the following year. Means who fail in first year will again appear in year 2. Means this number that is 10 student will appear in year 2, and here for 5 student who appear in year 3, and student always pass the exam in their second attempt. It means 10 will appear in year 2 and they will definitely pass. Similarly, for year 2, number of student who fail is 5 and they will appear in year 3 and they will definitely pass. So the number of students who took the exam for the first time in year 2 and year 3 respectively. So we have to find the number of students who appear first time. So for year 2, total number of students appear is 60 plus 5 means 65, in which 10 number of students who fail the year 1 is 10, which appear second times in year 2. So 65 minus 10, that is 55 number of students who appear first time in year 2. Similarly, for year 3, total number of students appear is 50 plus 3, that is 53, and the number of students who fail in year 2 is 5 and appear again in year 3, that is so the total number of students who appear first time in year 3 will be 53 minus 5, total minus student who fail in year 2, so 48. So our option 55 and 48, that is option 4, will be correct. So next is, this is the problem of English. So the people who, the answer will be 1, were at the demonstration wave were from all sections of society. Next question is to the importance of sleep is often overlooked by students when they are preparing for exam. Research has consistently shown that sleep deprivation greatly reduces the ability to recall the material learned. Hence, cutting down on sleep to study longest hour can be counterproductive. Which one of the following statement is correct? Interference from the above passages. So, option 1 is to do well in an exam, adequate sleep must be part of the preparation. So, it will be correct. Sleeping well is enough to prepare for exam. Studying has lesser benefit. No, we have to study for exam. Third option is if a student is extremely well prepared for an exam, he needs little or no sleep. No, we need sleep. Students are efficient and are not wrong in thinking that sleep is a waste of time. Again, this is a wrong statement. So, statement 1, to do well in an exam, adequate sleep must be part of preparation. So, option 1 will be correct. Next problem is let x be a continuous random variable. Here here x is continuous random variable. So denoting the temperature measured, the range of the temperature is 0 to 100 degrees. So this is the range, that is A is 0 degree and B is 100 degree. So 100 degrees Celsius and 0 degrees Celsius. So let the probability density function of x be fx. So fx is 0.01 is pdf of x. So for 0 to x to 100, so we have to find the mean of the x is, so we have to find the mean. So for continuous random variable, the mean is defined as range over a to b x fx dx. So x fx dx is equals to, where a is 0, b is 100, x and fx is given in question 0.01 dx. Now we integrate, this is the symbol of multiplication. So 0.1 we will take outside, 0 to 100 x dx. So integration of, so here we know for indefinite integral we know x ke power n dx will be x ke power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So here if we put n is equal to 1, this is x dx is equals to x ke power 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1, that is x squared by 2. So 0.01, this is x square by 2 and we have to put the limit 0 to 100. So the again now simplifying, 100 square minus 0 square divided by 2. First we put upper limit here 100 in place of x and lower limit minus lower limit in place of x and divided by 2. So 0, after simplifying we will get 100 divided by 2, that is 50. So mean will be 50. So our option 4 will correct. Next problem is for a regular polygon having 10 sides, the interior angle between the side of the polygon in degree is. So simple formula is there. For an polygon, total interior angle is 180 degree into n minus 2. This is total interior angle. So we have to find the one angle, so this will be divided by n minus 2 divided by n, one angle. So here given n is equals to 10, so 180 into 10 minus 2 divided by 2, 180 into 8 divided by, sorry, this is not 2, this is n is 10 divided by 10, so this will be 1440 degree divided by 10, that is 144 degree. So answer will be third. The alternative method is also there. As we know, for triangle the total sum is 180. For square or rectangle or polygon having n is equals to 4 side, n is equals to 3, this is 180, n is equals to 4, this will be total angle. I'm talking about total interior angle. Here total interior angle for n is equals to 4, the total interior angle will be 360 degree. For pentagon, that is n is equals to 5, 1 2 3 4 5, so this will be 5. So here total interior angle will be 540. How? If you draw this line, dotted line, this square will be 3 square yard, polygon will be 360 and this is 180, so total will be 540. So here you can see the difference is 180. Again, for n is equals to 6, the total interior angle will be 540 degree plus 180 degree, which will be equal to 720. So we can find for n is equals to 720 degree plus 180 degree will be 0 0 800 900. For n is equals to 8, 900 plus 180 1080. For n is equals to 9, 1080 plus, so we have to just add 180 degree for each n is equals to n minus 1, so this will give 0 6 1 1. Zero 6 2 1, and last will be n is equals to 10, 1260 plus 180 degree will be 1440. So the total interior angle is 140, so one angle will be 1440 divided by 10. So we have 10 sides, so there are 10 angle, so 144 degree will be the answer. So our option third will be correct. Next problem is 7 cars P, Q, R, S, T, U, V are parked in a row, not necessarily in that order. So 7 car, the car T, U should be parked next to each other. So either T, U will be the sequence or ut will be the sequence. This is sequence number 1. Next is the car S and V also should be parked next to each other. So S V R V S, this is sequence number 2. S V. Third sequence is P and Q cannot be parked next to each other. P and Q cannot be parked next to each other. So PQ or QP, this is sequence number 3 and this is not possible. So these two sequences are possible and this is not possible. Next is Q and S must be parked next to each other. So sequence will be QS or SQ. This is sequence number 4 and this is possible. Next is R is parked to the immediate right of V. If V is parked here, so R will be here, just next right of V, and this is sequence number 5 and this is correct. Next is T is parked to the left of U. So T is parked left of U. This is sequence number 6. So these are the given in question. So based on the above statement, the only incorrect option given below is. So just first we arrange, then we will check the option. So from sequence 2 and 5, so this is the sequence number 2 and this is the sequence number 5. So from these, from 2 and from 5, we will get V R from 5. So from 2 SV or VS. So VS is not possible, so SV is possible. So from 2 and from 5 we will get SVR. Suppose this is sequence number 7. Now just take sequence number 4 and sequence number 7. So from these two we will get QSVR, because QS is possible and SQ is not possible. So this will sequence number 8. Now again from sequence number 8 and sequence number 3. So P is not immediate right or left of Q. So here two more cars remain, which is UT. So the sequence will be from 8 and from 6. The sequence will be TUQSVR, because U is not P is not immediate neighbor of Q. So this is the possible arrangement, and here P is either here or here. So now move to the given option. So the option is P is either here or here. So the option is V is the only car parked in between S and R. So V is the only car which is parked in between S and R. This is correct. Next is Q and R are not parked together. So Q is here and R is here, which is not parked together. This is also correct. Next is there are two cars parked in between Q and V. This is Q and this is V. So this is wrong answer. Only S is, that is one car. So this is wrong. And next is car P is parked at the extreme end, which is also correct. So the option third, there are two cars parked in between Q and V. No, only one car parked between Q and V, which is S. So our option 3 will be incorrect, and which is the answer, because we have to find the incorrect option. So next problem is Oasis is to sand as island is to. So oasis is something which is surrounded by desert where the water and plants grow. So oasis is something which is surrounded by sand. So similarly, island is something part of land which is surrounded by water. So answer will be option sorry option 2, water. Next problem is, so in the figure shown above, each inside square is formed by joining the midpoint of the sides of next larger square. The area of smallest square shaded as shown in centimeter square. So we have to find this area, this is shaded area, and which is formed by the midpoint of this side. This is the midpoint for this side, this is the midpoint for this side, this is the midpoint, and for this side this is the midpoint. So this is the outer side, and the length of the side is 10 centimeter. So this is the midpoint, so this is 5 and this will 5. Similarly, for this is a square, so this is the midpoint, so this is 5 and this is 5. This is 90 degree. So by Pythagoras theorem we will get this, which will be 5 square plus 5 square 25 plus 25 equals to under root 50 or 5 under root 2. So this whole length is 5 under root 2 and this is the midpoint, so this will be 5 under root 2 divided by 2, and this is also be 5 under root 2 divided by 2. So this length reduced to 5 divided by under root 2, and this will also be 5 divided by under root 2. So again similarly this is also 5 under root 2, and this will also 5 under root 2, 5 under root 2, 5 under root 2. So this length, again this will be 90 degree. So again from Pythagoras theorem, this side, that is, suppose this is A, this is B, so this side will be 5 divided by root 2 ka square plus 5 divided by root 2 square, which is AB square from Pythagoras theorem, which is 25 by 2 plus 25 by 2, which is AB square, or 25 plus 25, 50 divided by 2 means 25, which is AB square. So AB will be 5. So this side is 10 and this side becomes 5. Now this side will be half of this, because this is 5, this is 10. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, and again 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So this side will be 2.5. We can calculate, you can calculate, you will get the length of this side will be 2.5 and length of this side will be 1.25, half of this. So this is 1.25 and this is 1.25. So by Pythagoras theorem we will get this diagonal 1.25 square plus 1.25 square. You will get this length square, this length square you will get. So L square will be 3.125, and this is the area for this square, so the answer will be 3.125. Next problem is, which one of the following number is exactly divisible by 11 to the power 13 plus 1. So just find out the factor of this all given option. So this will be 11 के power 26 plus 1, which can be written as 11 के power 13 के power 2 plus 1. Power and power should be multiplied. We will get 26. So if we will put 11 power 13 is equals to a, so we will get a square plus 1. So this will be no, so we cannot factorize this, so this will not correct. Next is 11 power 52 minus 1. If we put again a is equals to 11 के power 13, we will get minus 1, that is a to the power 4 minus 1, which gives a square minus 1 and a square plus 1, or a minus 1, a plus 1, a square plus 1. So this option will be correct. Next is 11 to the power 13 to the power 3 minus 1, which is a to the power 3 minus 1, which gives a minus 1 and a square plus a plus 1. And last one is 11 to the power 33 plus 1. So 33 is not divisible by 13, so this will also not correct. So option 2, that is 11 to the power 52, will be correct, because it has factor 11 to the power 13 minus 1, 11 to the power 13 plus 1, 11 to the power 26 plus 1. So 11 to the power 13 minus 1 is the factor, so 11 to the power 52 minus 1 is exactly divisible by 11 to the power 13 plus 1. So answer 2 will be correct. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you once again.